Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Jay Carter Ray. This is gonna be my first impressions for The Witcher 3. Just a disclaimer, this is not a review. I haven't finished the game or anything, so don't expect a full in-depth analysis of all the intricate details. But yeah, I think I'm about 10 hours in or something. Yeah, every time you load your game, you get like a little cutscene. It's like comic book style, kind of like in Infamous 1 and 2. I cut it up though, so there wasn't too much spoilers. I've tried to get rid of any spoilers. In this piece of gameplay, I'm just doing a side mission and whatnot. Look at me going through my secondary quests. I think I'm about to... Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm about to do a Shrieker one, I think. Yeah, this is the quest log, where you can look through your main quest, your secondary quest, and your Witcher contracts. When you get a Witcher contract, you can barter. There's a little system where you can try to increase your pay and whatnot after you ask a few questions. That should be coming up soon. Yeah, well, let's talk about the game. If like, should you buy it? Basically, if you like RPGs, definitely go out and get this. If you haven't played the RPG before, then I don't know, this game is definitely worth the money. Like, the amount of hours you get out of it, apparently there's over 200 hours of gameplay. There's loads of side quests and stuff to explore and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely worth the money, I'd say. When you buy it, it also comes with like it also comes with a little insert. Like, usually these games you don't get any manual or anything, you just get the disc. But in this game, it came with a map, it came with a little, what's it called, well, the manual, and it also came with like a glossary on the world, so like you can get a bit of the backstory and whatnot if you haven't played a Witcher game before or you don't know about the lore. It shows you about a couple of the characters. I think it tells you about a couple of the kingdoms and whatnot. And yeah, and it also comes with 2 stickers, which isn't all that much to like scoff at, but it comes with like a thank you card as well, which I think was very nice. Like, I've never seen a game developer do that before. I've never had like a little thank you card saying thanks for buying this game, so I thought that was a really nice touch. I think we're about to go and get this quest now. There's also loads of choices, so if you like that sort of stuff in your games, then that's great, and I'm a big fan of that. I was gonna ask him about the contract for the Shrieker. By the way, this is not live commentary, but like, you should probably realize that by now. It's not live commentary because I felt that if I had done that, I probably wouldn't be able to play as well, because it really puts me off when I'm doing live commentary. So yeah, this is post commentary, so I'm just watching it back and seeing what I'm going. But yeah, if you played like Red Dead Redemption or GTA, then you know the kind of formula that goes into these kind of games, or Assassin's Creed, and what's the other one, like Far Cry, those kind of games. The open world environment, you got loads of stuff to do, loads of different side quests, and like there's loads of gameplay basically. Oh, here's the bartering system, the negotiation. If you put it up too high, as you see the annoyance level there, that will start to raise, and I think that actually happens there. Yeah, he wasn't having that at all. I was trying to get the most money as possible. I don't know why they said you could go up to 300 if he would even let me put like 15 coins on there. So I think I end up asking for like 5 coins extra and just settling for that. Like, what was the point of negotiation? I should have probably just took what he gave me, to be honest.
High time a professional took a look at this Shrieker. Anyone
Let's see what
around
it's
here know
saying.
more about the beast?
I mean, that's a big part of the game, like the investigation process and whatnot. When you take a Witcher contract, usually you'll have to like ask around and try to find out about the beast that you're hunting down. Also, they have this thing called Witcher senses, which is a lot like detective vision in Arkham Asylum or eagle vision in Assassin's Creed or anything like that. Like this is what I'm using now. The Witcher Senses. It shows me all the stuff that I can loot. That's in orange. All the quest related stuff and investigation related stuff comes up in red. I'm just looting this place now. Just taking as much as I can because everyone's sleeping. If you do loot when the guards are looking, they will start coming after you. They'll fight you, and I think they beat you up. You don't get killed though, so you don't have to load your game. But they beat you up and they take some of your gold. I think I'm gonna go talk to this guy's son. I didn't see that fence there, so I was running into it like a clown. Alright, let's watch this.
Talk.
Let me be.
Calm down. I just wanna.
Go, I said.
I want to avenge your father, but to do that, I gotta know what killed him.
Shrieker killed him. Don't you know?
That name doesn't mean much to me. Describe the beast. Tell me what it looked like.
Something like a rooster, but huge, with a lizard's tail.
This sort of dialogue thing, or these dialogue scenes, compose like a very large part of the game. So if you're not into like, I don't know, watching cutscenes and talking to people and that sort of stuff, then this game might not be for you because there's a lot of that. But yeah, I love that sort of stuff. I like RPGs and those sort of RPG elements. There's also a lot of customization. You can find weapons. You can craft armor and craft weapons. You can find diagrams in order to craft weapons and armor, so you can make more powerful stuff. What else can you do? Well, you can search for treasure and all that sort of stuff. Take side quests, like all the normal RPG stuff. You level up. You can spend your skill points. Well, you get a skill point when you level up, and you get skill points when you find these things called places of power. And what you do is you meditate at a place of power. You get a skill point, but the thing is, like, your skill points are, well, the way the skill system works is very limited. You only have like a certain number of slots for you to put your skill points into. So even if you get like loads of points and you buy loads of skills, you won't be able to use them. You won't be able to use all of them, basically. Like, they won't all be active. I think I'm gonna go investigate the area where his dad died. The graphics are pretty good. I'm not really like a deep graphical person. Like, I don't need the best graphics. I just need it to look alright. So you can see for yourself. It's quite good. Looks nice. Doesn't look
muzzles caked in blood,
all polygony and all that sort of shit. Like, it looks realistic in some parts, and then it looks like a game in other parts. So
monster must have started.
Take that how you will.
Was wounded, most likely.
This is the investigation process that I was talking about. Sometimes you need to follow tracks to find where the monster's gone.
Monster blood.
Oh, sorry. I just hit my laptop with a mug there. The game does heavily use this Witcher Sense system, so it hasn't got repetitive for me, but through the reviews I've read, some people said it got repetitive and whatnot. But I personally like it. I enjoy it. I don't find it that bad. Like, I like the investigating elements. I like the thrill that comes with trying to find where this monster's gone, trying to piece the story together to see what actually happened. Like, I think I was doing another side quest where... Nah, I don't want to do any spoilers. I don't want to do any spoilers. Let's not say anything. Also, the game was quite easy on the normal difficulty in the first few hours. I took a contract to fight a Moonwraith that was about 2 levels stronger than me, but I beat it quickly, and it was just way too easy. So I changed the difficulty to, I think, just one level up, which is hard. Which I think they have more restrictions on you, like you don't gain your health back when you meditate, so you have to buy food and do stuff like that. So it makes it a little bit harder, and I think the enemies hit harder and whatnot. So you'll see that in action when I fight this Shrieker thing or whatever it's called. It was a difficult fight. Like, yeah, it wasn't easy at all. I thought I was gonna go into it and beat it up, but no, that didn't work out, because it's hard to find all the elements to craft the potions and bombs that these animals and beasts are actually vulnerable to. So I usually just go in with a sword and try to use whatever sign they say is best used. The signs are the magic, by the way. I don't even think I went over that. You have 5 different magical abilities that you can use. Every time you see me pull up a radial menu, the radial menu, the circle thing where you can like pick whatever. This radial menu here, I think it might have been 6. You know, there's like 6 signs that are your magic abilities basically, and that that runs on your stamina, which also control, like you lose some stamina when you dodge.
Won't get away this time.
When you do a dodge roll. What else do you, when you run? I think jumping makes you lose stamina as well. So you really have to be tactical in the way you fight things, because you want to maintain your stamina so you can use your signs, and you also want to maintain your stamina so you can move out of the way of a hit. But that's only dodge rolls. The little dodges, which are called pirouettes and whatnot, when you move your feet, the footwork, that doesn't take up any stamina, so you can do that all day. You'll see me doing loads of that in this fight. But the dodges do, like the dodge rolls really do get you out of the danger much more quickly, and they take up, what's the word? You can cross a larger space quickly. I mean, like, yeah, quicker than if you was to pirouette around it. It's me trying to kill this Shrieker. Yeah, you get stunned and stuff. That is the worst. This is me trying to change my signs. The way you change your signs isn't as intuitive as I would have liked it to be. Like, you can't just scroll through them with the directional pads or some sort of button. You have to pull up the radial menu, which is, it really takes you out of the combat, and it's hard to do on the fly, but it does slow down everything. I would have preferred it if it completely stopped everything, but like, it slowing down everything does make it a lot more intense and realistic, I guess. You wouldn't really be able to stop time and just pick what magical skill you wanted to use. So I kind of get why they done that. Yeah, by the way, as I was saying, I wasn't super prepared for this fight. I didn't have the relevant oils and stuff. Like, you can craft oils to put on your blade that adds more percentage to the damage that you deal on a certain type of monster, and I didn't do none of that. I didn't craft any bombs that specifically target these types of monsters. I just went there with my crossbow, my 2 potions, Swallow, which I think it regenerates my health, and Thunderbolt, which makes me a little bit stronger. Also, you see the skull icon under your health. If you take too many potions, that bar will increase, and I don't know what happens when the bar increases, because that's your toxicity basically. If you take too much, then you'll start to become poisoned. So maybe your health goes down, but I've always tried to keep it under that, so I don't actually know what happens when you mess that up. But here's me pirouetting, just jumping away, jumping backwards, trying to stay away from this guy. because I've got like no health and I'm just trying to build it up. And he has no mercy whatsoever.
Come on, closer.
Yeah, I do like the combat in this game. It is difficult and challenging, and it's also fun. So it's not too challenging to the point that it's not fun anymore. Like, I don't know, it's strategic, yet I don't know, it's tense and strategic, yet still enjoyable, I guess. But you have to pay attention to your surroundings, and if you're fighting more than one person or more than one monster, like if you get hit in your back or you get swamped by them, it's not happy days at all. You really got to pay attention to what's going on, and you can only look onto one person at one time. So usually I don't even look on when there's a big group of people, because it just doesn't seem worth it. But sometimes it is good to try and single out one person. Oh look, there, I just died. I did die a few times fighting this monster. It wasn't like my best moments. By the way, I cut out the loading screen, which is extremely long. It's about, I think it's about a minute. If you die, it's a minute to load back into the game, or if you like start up a new game and load, you know what I mean, if you continue a game that you was playing before and you just start up the PS4, it takes about a minute to get into it, which is quite bad. But given the fact that when you're in these open world sections, there is no loading whatsoever, or that I've seen so far. Like you can just go from area to area, and they're pretty big worlds. You go from area to area and there's no loading, so that kind of makes up for it. I think this is like the third time I fought this guy. Here I'm getting some food. You can put like either potions or food into these two slots here, and then by pressing up or down on the directional pad, you can like utilize the item that you've put there. So I think I'm just eating loads of those baked apples right about now, trying to get my health back up to fight this bastard. He's backing away, trying to move strategic. Oh look, this is when I think I kill him. Yeah, I kill him, look, and then that's why I died, because I had bleeding on. I didn't even realize that. Like, I thought, yes, it's over, kill this guy, and then it just totally didn't work out. But this was the last time I went to fight him, I think. And I was a lot more confident now. I knew exactly what I was gonna do, and yeah, you can see me just hand him a kind of whoop ass. Oh yeah, in a lot of RPG games, like, you'll complete some missions and whatnot, and then you'll just have so much money that you don't know what to do with it, so you can just buy up the stores and whatnot. But in this game, like, very early on, your money is incredibly limited. The economy is terrible. You get like 25 crowns, which is the currency in Novigrad or something. You get 25 crowns for each mission, and like you have to pay for everything. Like you have to pay to repair your weapons, which is extremely annoying when your weapons break while you're in a fight like this. That happened to me once. It was not a great time. I think I was fighting like a bunch of ghouls, and then my silver sword broke, so I was really in a pickle there, and I had to find a blacksmith who could repair my sword. I think you can buy like small repair kits or whatever, but I haven't found anyone that's selling them. I've only got one small repair kit for armor, and I don't even know how I found that. So yeah, having your weapons break on you while you're out in the field is whack, because then you have to like fast travel back to a city which has a blacksmith. Everyone doesn't repair stuff, and there's not like workbenches in every city, which I guess it's realistic, but it's not convenient, not at all. Yeah, this time I thought this guy was much easier. Like I just went in. I wasn't joking at all. But yeah, the economy is kind of wild, seeing as you don't have any money and it costs to do everything. Like when you pick up, when you loot, you generally get loads of junk which you can't do anything with, and then you have to bring it to like a blacksmith or something who will dismantle that junk and then turn it into like crafting materials, or I don't know, something useful that you can actually do something with, and that costs money. It's quite a small amount, but the fact that you have so much to spend your money on and you don't actually have that much money is a great way to immerse yourself in this world, since you are playing as a monster hunter, which if you read the books or whatnot, I think I've read one of them, and it seemed like he was generally just down on his luck and broke all the time. So it really puts you in the shoes of Geralt of Rivia. Really makes you feel like you have to do these side missions, you have to do these contracts to keep living, especially if you go on harder difficulty, because you'll have to make money to buy food and whatnot in order to keep your health up. The potions and stuff do automatically refill when you meditate. Your potions and bombs, as long as you've crafted it once, it automatically refills if you've got strong alcohol in your possession when you meditate. So that's a nice addition. It makes things a lot easier. Here I am going back to... Oh, what's going on over there? Oh nah, I don't even want to know what's going on over there. Yeah, I didn't even... I saw the red name and I thought maybe they're too strong for me. Because time and time again, you'll come across monsters which you have no business like coming across. Basically, you shouldn't try and challenge them, because it's not fair, and it's not really fun either. Maybe on normal difficulty it might be more lenient, but on hard, definitely not. You have to be very strategic and pick your battles.
That's it, Roach.
There's also a day and night cycle and like a weather system, which I haven't really explored that much. Like I don't really see the big hoo-ha about it.
I challenge you.
Here's someone who I just found along the way.
Careful
Back to my quest giver.
Halt, I say. I am Ronvid of the Small Marsh, bound by a sacred oath.
Oh, that's rough. My sympathies.
To honor Maid Bilberry, fairest of all maids I know, by dueling 100 knights to the death. Now, draw your sword post haste, for I've knights in hand left after you.
You'll come across loads of different instances like this while you're just wandering the world.
Why are you challenging me?
And usually you'll have choices
to offend the Maid Bilberry.
that affect the outcome of these quests and whatnot.
Why? Then swear. Swear! Maid Bilberry's the most loveliest of all.
Thing is, I've never laid eyes on her.
Aha! Ah! I shall wash your scorn away with thy blood, fiend. Stand and fight.
fighting humans is generally easier than fighting monsters, because you can like block their swords, and I think you don't take damage while blocking at all. I don't see. And if you block at just the right time, it will do a counter. And they're generally more, what's the word, susceptible to like fire and like signs and stuff like that. It's much easier to murder a human than it is to murder a monster, which might be true to life if monsters existed, that is.
Look at me the wrong way and I'll kill you.
You so sure of that?
Yes.
We shall see.
Now, I don't know what's going to happen with this guy, but after he said we shall see, I'm expecting to see him in the future. So I might run across him another time and he might try to like stab me in the back or something, because I just gave him some harsh words. Because at first I tried not to fight him. I was like, nah, it's cool, man, it's cool, we don't have to fight. And then he just started fighting me, so obviously I wasn't gonna like just be a what's a politically correct term of saying it? I wasn't gonna be a flower man about it. Like, I had to let him know next time I see him, man, if I come around the corner and I'm gonna sort him out, innit? Yeah, here I'm going back to this guy. The navigation system's a bit fiddly to try and point at exactly what you wanna like interact with.
Your reward, tain't much, but as they say, take care of the pennies.
It seems that every time you complete a quest, it gives you an option to give the money back or let them keep the money. And I think I've never done that. Like, I've never picked that choice. Never. I've never done a mission and been like, no, I don't want the money, because obviously I'm playing from the perspective that I'm broke, man has to make this money and keep it, because it's hard to make money in this world. And I think if you give the money back, they give you like, I don't know, some sort of item or something. This is the character screen which has all the skills. There's like there's 4 different skill trees and one section which has all your mutagens. Like, this skill tree is combat, then there's signs, then there's alchemy, then there's just like in general skills. And as I was saying before, you're quite limited. See, I've only got 3 slots, so I'm just upgrading the skills that I've already got instead of buying new skills, because if you buy new skills and you've got nowhere to put them, what's the point really? So I think like the good thing about that is you can get loads of points out in the world and then just like quickly level up a skill. But the bad thing about it is you can't just get loads of points and then like have loads of skills and just be like Superman. Oh yeah, there's also a little a meta game called Gwent, which is a card game in the game of The Witcher. So it's a game within a game, basically, a bit like it's an Inception game. So you have a deck, you can buy cards, you can find them all around the world. I ain't really found any. I think I've bought 1. You have weather cards. There's 3 different weather cards. 3 different types of weather cards, I mean. There's 3 different types of units, and there's 3 places on the board. So there's there's ranged, then there's like, not in order. In order, there's close combat, then ranged, then like siege artillery. That's right. And basically the objective is to have more, I think, strength than your opponent at the end of the round. But I don't personally know how many turns are in each round, because it seems like you can keep on going until the person just passes. So I usually lose the first round. And then, because I don't want to use up all my good cards and then lose the last round. So I usually lose the first round, win the second round, and then the third round goes either way. Like, I've been losing a lot though, so that's usually how it works. So maybe my strategy isn't great, but basically you have close combat, ranged, and siege, and you have different cards for each one. Basically, like you have, how do I explain it? Like the cards go in those 3 categories, so they all have different strengths, I would say, and then you just put them down, but you have to be very cautious of what cards the other guy has. So if, like, at that point I was using loads of close combat cards, and then that guy flung down a weather card, which what was it? I think it was Blizzard. Blizzard makes all the close combat guys have a strength of 1. So, and all the other weather cards do that, but like it's different. I can't even talk today. Basically, Blizzard will make all the close combat guys have strength of 1. Impenetrable Fog, which is another weather card, will have all the range guys have a strength of 1. And there's another one which I'm not sure what it's called, but that will make all the siege guys have a strength of 1. And it works like once you put the weather card down, it affects both teams basically. So both you and your opponent will make, like, it will affect both you and your opponent basically. So if I've got loads of guys on ranged and he's got loads of guys on ranged, like, I wouldn't use the Impenetrable Fog, which would like lower both of our things, unless he's got more strength than me on range, which then it would be a good strategic move. But otherwise, it's best, I feel, the strategic thing that I try to do is like try stay away from a place where I'm going to put the weather card on, like ranged or whatnot, and then hope to God that he uses loads of ranged things so I can fling out the Impenetrable Fog or whatnot, and then yeah, use that on him and keep my stuff in the other categories. I don't know if what I said made any sense right about now, because I'm just babbling, but I hope it did. You also have like leader cards, which I've only got 1 of, so I can't really delve too deep into that. But each kingdom has different leaders, and I think there's like 4 different kingdoms. Like, let's say in normal cards it's like clubs, spades, hearts, and diamonds, isn't it? So there's 4 different kingdoms, and they all have different cards for their deck. And I've only got cards in the Northern Kingdom, so I don't know how, like, I think I need to get more cards for the other decks. I don't know if I can use my Northern Kingdoms in the other decks, but I haven't tried because it just seems a bit long. Like, there's no point. I might as well wait until I get cards for that. This is the map, by the way. This is how big it is. Sorry, you might have missed that if you was listening to me. Yeah. Each, like, there's 4 sections, I think, so far, or whatever, and like it's really, really big. This is the This is the starting area that you start in, Wild Orchard. It's fairly big, but it's not as big as the rest of the areas that you get to explore. I think I'm just going through all of them now, or did I just? Yeah, I'm just gonna fast travel to White Orchard, I think, and do some side missions. What am I doing? But yeah, this is the map. There's loads of stuff to do. All these question marks. I think they come up when you take down the notices of quest boards. Because when you take down notices of quest boards, you'll get like 2 quests and the rest of them will just be question marks on your map, so you can go and explore and see like what the question marks are and see what's actually happening. If you actually read the quest board, then you might have more idea of what you're walking into. But I think recently I've just been tapping X on all the notes in the quest board and then just going and exploring and seeing what's up. Alright, so let's see what I'm doing. I think I'm going to this place of power. This game can become very, very deep if you want it to be. Like, there's loads of stats and different buffs and whatnot.
Magic. A place of power.
That you can really get involved in if you want to. If you have it on the lower difficulties, then you won't really need to delve into that too much. So if you want to get as deep as possible into the game, you can bump up the difficulty and make it a necessity. Otherwise, if you have it on the low difficulty, you can pretty much just go button mash, like say it was Assassin's Creed or something, and like have fun. So if you've never played an RPG before, then I would say you can get into this. There is a bit of a time investment though, because like in order to understand what's going on with the world and stuff like that, there's a lot of reading that you have to do. Like there's loads of glossary entries, loads of people to talk to find out what's actually going on in this world. And when you're hunting down a monster, it's really, I don't know if it's needed, but it's easier and better if you check out the bestiary, I think that's what it's called, the bestiary entries in the glossary, which comes up when you find out like information about the monster, and it will like tell you what you need to do in order to like more effectively damage that monster and like the best way to defeat them. And that's definitely needed on high levels. On the like normal level, you can probably just go in there and hack at it like I do. But I check the bestiary. It's just that I don't have the ingredients or the diagrams to make any of the things that they're talking about. So in the end, I know what I need to do to beat them, but I don't have the capacity to do so. So I usually just go in there and try to dodge the hell out of the monster and just hit it in the back enough times to make it die. Just took over this bandit camp. See, when you take over other bandit camps, I've taken over a couple bandit camps and monster nests, and people actually move in. But I think in this starting area, that doesn't work. I don't know if there was like some secret guy hiding under a rock or something that I needed to kill to make that happen. But I found that in this starting area, none of that stuff worked. I don't know if that was a design choice or if it was a bug. Remember, the game's not released yet. I swear they said that there was going to be a patch on release. I did have to download a patch, so I don't know if that's the patch that they're talking about or if there's another one. But whether that's a bug or a design flaw, it is definitely something to point out. Alright, where are we going now? I think I'm going to clear out this monster nest that I couldn't clear out before because I didn't have bombs. You need, there's two types of bombs that you can destroy monster nests with, but you cannot destroy a monster nest without any bombs. Like, you need to have at least one of the types of bombs in order to do so. So if you kill all the monsters and then you don't bomb the nest, when you go back later, the monsters will respawn, and that will just continually keep on happening. So you do need to craft a bomb in order to like take them out for good.
Hey there.
Oh yeah, there's also sections where you get to play as the person who Geralt is looking for in his journey, which is his like daughter figure, Ciri. Playing as her is quite jarring at first. Like, she does have like some teleporting abilities. Sorry I didn't capture the footage for that, but it only happens in story elements. Like, they have basically, you're searching for her, you go to talk to someone who says that they saw her or whatever, and then they tell you basically she came from blah blah blah, and then in the flashback, instead of just watching what happened, you actually play as her. So they're short instances. Basically, you just fight loads of enemies. You can't use your inventory. You don't get any skill points or experience or anything that I know of. And yeah, it's pretty much just playing for the sake of playing, because you don't really get anything, but you do get to experience a different playstyle. But since you can't use like everything you've learned so far, like the magic and stuff like that, see, I almost got killed by this bear, by the way. I thought, oh, I can beat this bear, it's nothing. His level's green, that must mean he's gonna get battered, but nah, he was not having it at all. So yeah, what was I saying? You just kill enemies. You can't use the magic or anything, or any of the items you've picked so far. All you can do is like dodge and hit. So it wasn't that compelling. The story element of it was good though. I like the way how someone was telling you what happened and you actually played through it. You still had choices that you could make, although I don't think they were particularly big ones, but that remains to be seen, because I don't know how that's going to play out in the future, because I haven't gone back there or, you know, continued the story that far forward to see the consequences of my actions. But yeah, so the playing as Ciri is nothing to scream or jump about. It's not that interesting in my humble opinion anyways. But yeah, basically the main story is about finding Ciri, which is basically your daughter figure who you raised and like trained to be a witcher. If you don't know what a witcher is, I should have explained this earlier, but hopefully you know, so this is just me repeating something you already know. A witcher is basically a mutated human that was bred to, not bred, but trained to kill monsters. So they basically undergo some mutations which make them faster and stronger and whatnot, and able to drink these witcher potions, which normal humans would like get poisoned and die from. And yeah, they were basically trained from a young age to grow up and be monster hunters for hire. There's also loads more story behind that, but I don't think that this is the type of video to go into that sort of stuff. Not trying to bog you down with the history of the series, just trying to let you know if this is a game that you should get into. If you haven't played the rest of the series, or you don't know anything about it like me, I would say yeah, you can grab this and jump into it, because that's what I did and I'm having a hell of a time. You can pick up the stories and the backstory quite quickly. Well, not quickly, but easily. Like, it's not, what's the word? It's not alienating. You don't jump into it and you're like, shit, what's going on? I don't understand anything. It's quite easy to understand and comprehend. Like, there's a war happening, a war between North and South, and you're here trying to find your lost love and your daughter, like your adopted daughter. That's basically the story in a nutshell. No spoilers, obviously, but it's not that hard to comprehend, and anything deeper than that will be explained if you talk to people or if you read a little bit. So yeah, remember, it does take that time to invest into and like really get what's going on. Here's one of those monster nests that I was talking about earlier. I should have stayed in the harder area because these monsters really weren't about that life. So this isn't a great representation of the risk that comes into fighting a pack of monsters like this. The ghouls are traditionally quite easy though. Like when I was fighting them at first, it wasn't too hard. But remember, I was playing on normal, so I don't know how they fare now on my level. But on the level that they're at, which is level 2, and I'm at level 5, I think. They weren't really much of a challenge. But as you see, look at my health. When I got hit once, that's what happened. And there was like 5 of them, I think. So if they had all hit me, I'd probably be dead. There's me wasting my bombs because I thought throwing a bomb into there would destroy it. And I went up to it, it said press X to destroy. And then it said I don't have the right bomb because I just used them. So yeah, I meditate to get my bombs back. Also change the time of day, so it's all pretty and good stuff.
Nest. Ought to just destroy it.
There we go. And then yeah, loads of looting. If you like loot and just finding loads of stuff and exploring and taking on loads of missions and just basic RPG stuff, you'll love this game, definitely. If you don't know anything about that, then it might take a little bit for you to get into it, but hopefully all this gameplay and all the information that I've given you will help you make a decision of whether you want to buy this game or not. This is coming to the end of the video, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Please like and subscribe. Check out my music video in the description below, and I'll see you next time.